Hi Planet Watchers, my name is Brent van der Heijden and I'm the founder and CEO of Mapmetrics. Mapmetrics is a crypto navigation app that allows users to earn tokens and NFTs in return for their geolocation data by making use of a special position tracker. We protect our users' identity using a Web 3.0 approach. You will also be able to use in-app NFTs to customize your profile for private use or for others to see on the road. We are very proud to announce we are working on a collaboration with PlanetWatch. Together with PlanetWatch, we aim to provide real-time outdoor data which will display their local air quality and pollution levels in our app to notify the drivers and provide them with the data to protect their health. We're also working on collaboration to offset the drivers' emissions with green initiatives like planting trees. We are looking very much forward to our partnership to create a better and greener world.
Hello Planet Watchers, good to be here with you once again. So first of all, my apologies for having to postpone at the last minute this AMA, which was supposed to be broadcast 2 days ago. We had to urgently set up some arrangements in connection with my participation to Consensus 2022, and we'll talk about it in 1 minute. So I have a few announcements for you today. First of all, you've just seen Mapmetrics CEO introducing himself to the PlanetWatch community. The point here is that, as I mentioned several times, we are receiving a large number of expressions of interest to use PlanetWatch data, and this expression of interest range from very large global companies all the way to promising startups. And Mapmetrics is a very cool startup. They have a cool idea about a decentralized collection of geolocated data. So they reached out to us and they see a good use case for our quality data within their app. And I feel this could be a very good use case. So again, they are a startup, they haven't yet launched. So for the time being, we're just discussing. But I believe this is a good example of one of several potential use cases for our data. Similar ideas are being pursued in collaboration with larger companies as well. So here is a cool startup, and later on I believe we'll be able to talk about other larger companies engaging in a similar discussion with us. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to mention, which we anticipated in a tweet, is that we've been invited. Actually, I will be attending a panel discussion at CoinDesk Consensus 2022 conference. This is probably the most important blockchain conference of the year in Austin, Texas. And what is so good about it is two things. First of all, PlanetWatch will be featured at a very visible conference, so it will be a great opportunity for media attention. The other thing is that the panel which I will attend is focused on environmental well-being, and so we'll be talking a lot about air quality, which is just perfect for PlanetWatch to be a guest star. So my panel is scheduled for June 11. We will share some details later. You'll be able to attend remotely if you like. So this is very good opportunity for us. Now, Stake for the Planet. We have reinstated the staking pool for Stake for the Planet. So staking is open again. You can stake your planets and earn forest credits. We are currently restocking trees. Why do we say 2.0? Because there is a little surprise, which is what I hinted at when I tweeted about burning appetizers. So in the real world, unfortunately, there are lots of trees being burned. So you need to plant them again. So planting trees is good, and we want to plant trees. Burning trees is not good. So instead of burning trees, let us burn tokens. So for each tree being planted under our Stake for the Planet program, now we will be burning 100 planets, as well as planting the tree. This is not big, it's kind of symbolic, and that's why I call it an appetizer. So it's an appetizer for a number of features which will come later, but it's a good thing. It's very symbolic, if you ask me. We're burning planets and planting trees instead of burning trees. Now, let me tell you why we're talking about burning appetizers here. It's not jalapenos, it's just the beginning of something. And it's the beginning of a roadmap to decentralization. So if you think about it, PlanetWatch as a project so far, as a blockchain project, is not very decentralized. I come here every 2 weeks and I say, we're gonna do this, we have decided to do that. Indeed, we have a community governance system, but still proposals and decisions mostly come from the company. We want to change this. And this will affect all key processes in the project. For example, think about licenses. When you buy a license to join PlanetWatch, you are buying a software license from a company. You get an invoice. We have to go through all the complications of sales tax, which depend on each country. Then there is a refund policy and all this. And this is all quite complicated to manage because there are lots of details, a lot of friction introduced by the sales process because it's a centralized traditional sales process. Think also about data sales. Recently, I announced we had achieved some data sales, and because of that, we were putting tokens in the recycle bin. The process was not transparent, admittedly. You had to trust me because sales at the moment are performed in a centralized way, even data sales. Now, this will change. We want to decentralize all these projects, meaning that they will be managed via smart contracts. So there will be smart contracts where you will pay planets to get a license. Another smart contract which will be used to grant access via APIs to our data to any interested third party. So once this is in place, if you are a company willing to build a specialized dashboard using our quality data, you will be putting planets into a smart contract, you will be granted access to a number of API calls, and the whole process will be very transparent. And in the process, we believe the community will agree to introducing the idea of burning a fraction of the proceeds from both these processes, license sales and data sales. Now, I said we want to be decentralized, so we don't want to make a proposal as PlanetWatch. We want to consult with the community, which will come up with proposals, proposing, for example, what fraction of proceeds will be burned, what fraction of the proceeds will be attributed to the company, because the company needs to cover its costs, obviously, and so on. But this is a very big thing. This is the heart of our roadmap for the coming 12 months. We no longer want to run the show. We don't want to run PlanetWatch. We want to boost PlanetWatch, which means that we don't want to get involved in processes which add friction and are centralized, such as direct hardware sales. You already know that we are decentralizing this. We are opening up. We don't want to bill you with invoices, sales tax, customs, and all this. This will happen in more efficient ways. And burning will be part of the use of the planets which will buy for these services. Okay? Again, this cannot be done overnight for two reasons. Both because it involves having very reliable smart contracts and software tools, and also because we want these measures to come out of a community consultation. But that's the direction we are going, which is the right direction for a decentralized, blockchain-based Web3 project. Now, to get into more practical matters, I said we are decentralizing gradually sense of sales. So far, we have a reliable partner named Helium Deploy, which has just started sending out purchase emails based on our waiting list. Essentially, people who are in the May batch which they can check on our online tool, should be started receiving purchase emails today and in the coming days, and that will gradually have a chance to buy the sensors they've been waiting for. Incidentally, if you are on the waiting list, you are receiving these emails, and you do want to use a discount voucher coming from the Elemental Resilience Plan for your purchase, then please wait a few more days, because vouchers will be enabled for Helium deploy purchases, but we need to launch the voucher engine first. So this will take probably one more week. By June 10, vouchers will be live. So if you want to use a voucher, please wait for the voucher system to go live. Otherwise, if you have received an email with a purchase link, you can go ahead and purchase your sensor. Talking about the resilience plan, what we have already delivered is the credits. You remember we talked about these PW credits, which are delivered directly to the wallets of eligible people who chose the option 2. So these credits are Algorand standard assets, are token. So you can do two things essentially with them. You can just wait for the time where you'll be able to redeem them against discount vouchers. Or if you like, you can transfer them and trade them on the blockchain, on the Algorand blockchain. And we've seen that some people are trading credits on Tinyman, which is a decentralized exchange on Algorand. I said already that the redemption engine for the voucher should come online in a week's time from now. Now, some questions and answers as usual. First question, are you willing to collaborate with other DAOs with aligned vision? Yes, of course. We are very open to collaborate with any organization, centralized or decentralized, which has the same goals that we have. So if you want to reach out, we're going to listen. Now that token price is a low value, would you consider making quarterly adjustment to census rewards? No, for many reasons. First, because we don't do adjustments. A white paper spells out the reward policy. Any change must be approved by the community, and it would not make sense, in my opinion, to submit proposals for adjustment linked to the evolution of the token price. Incidentally, let me say something more about the token price. We are all aware that crypto markets are in turmoil. Most projects have seen the token value decrease in a dramatic way, including our own project. Our project is fairly new and the token market cap is very low, so volatility is kind of expected to be higher than for bigger projects. I think that you should, as a Planet Watcher, you should be aware that this is a global pattern at the moment. You should focus on assessing the value of what we are communicating to you, of what is happening, of the expressions of interest that we are receiving. And of course, the expression of interest that you can see evidence for today is the consensus invitation. Everybody's waiting for additional cool announcements, and I believe there is a good chance that we'll come up with a very good announcement soon, but it's not time yet. So I suggest that you focus on what you see as value being built by this project, whether you agree with the roadmap that I just spelled out based on decentralization of all the processes, license sales, data sales. If this makes sense to you, so if you believe that we are moving in the right direction, including the idea to burn a fraction of the proceeds raised by these processes, I suggest you don't focus too much on short-term price fluctuations. That's my suggestion. Okay, somebody's suggesting that we could burn a fraction of the proceeds from data sales rather than adding them to the recycle bin, as it is stated at the moment in the white paper. Again, this is something that can be part of a proposal to change the rules for the use of data sale proceeds. Again, it could be an option. It would be part of proposals coming soon, I believe. So yes, but these decisions are kind of big decisions, so the process has to be managed in the right way. Is there any price reduction plan for a the Arduino device due to token value and ROI? Once again, sorry, first of all, we don't produce devices. There are manufacturers out there who are struggling with the global chip market, with a number of challenges which influence the price of the devices. So I don't believe the price of hardware can follow the ROI of the token. I think that would be quite perverse. I don't think that would take us in the right direction. How is PlanetWatch going to improve the utility of the Planet token? So let me state it once again. The key utility of the Planet token is as a means to join the project, and that's about license, if you want to contribute data to the project, and to use the value created by the project, so pay for data. These are the core use cases. Then there are other use cases, as you know. You can use it to plant trees, which means contributing to mitigate climate change. We are talking about, we are discussing ways to use it directly to offset emissions with carbon credits. And you can use Planet token in the context of DeFi applications. You know that our token can be used on Volksfinance, for example, as collateral for borrowing out other tokens. So the core use case, I think, is solid, and it is what it has to be. There are other additional use cases which exist and which are likely to grow. I mean, we have a passion for NFTs, which can lead in the direction of collectibles, green collectibles. So, and these are additional use cases for the token, but to be honest with you, the key focus is on data-related use cases. Will you enable P2P license transfers in the future? So the focus here is the license policy as a whole, and I think in my mind the priority is to decentralize it. Now, when we come to the point of decentralizing it via a smart contract, we can look whether features like transfer can be enabled while keeping strong security for the project. So I think it's a bit early we don't want to do things by hand. We don't want to do license transfer in a centralized way, opening tickets and blah, blah, blah. If it has to happen, it has to be seamless and secure. And it's not today, unfortunately, not yet. Why is the swap conversion of PW credits so low on TinyMan? Isn't that unfair? Okay, as I said before, we are well aware that there is a swap pool on TinyMan between credits and planets. Now, guys, this is the beauty of decentralized finance. We're talking about decentralization, right? So decentralized finance is part of it. Decentralized finance means that there is a market out there, and the market is a market. So it's not PlanetWatch setting prices. It is people who own assets, adding liquidity, and prices move. So if it's unfair, that's because life is unfair, I guess. But I just want to emphasize that it's not something that we manage. It's not PlanetWatch running the show. It is part of DeFi. So yeah, if you feel there is no good value in a transaction on TinyMan, of course, don't engage. If you feel you can see value for some reason, then of course you can engage. Okay, so that's the end, I guess, of my discussion today. Once again, I'm quite happy that Mapmetrics and other projects are reaching out to us, because again, talking about decentralization, you don't just want to talk to the giants, you want to talk to cool projects and promising projects, and you want to offer a partnership, a win-win partnership. And that's one promising potential partnership. We'll see how it goes, we'll see when they launch, we'll see how things unfold. But it's good that so many entities and so different. So many different types of entities are reaching out to talk to us. Okay, so have fun, keep the faith. Next week I'll be in Austin, Texas, and you will get detailed information about how to follow the event if you like. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting event. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon.